Shalom, Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and shalom to the mighty AHPARYAM, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawah coming at you with another lesson. Never does I remember. Well, anyway, to get into this first lesson, I want to do, because I'm trying to get a lot of lessons in right now. But this first lesson I'm going to do is about this one brother's video. This brother did a video in response to a comment that he got. All right, and this is something that I was kind of dealing with, even though I am a smaller channel and I don't get many comments and stuff like that. But still, nonetheless, I still get. I will still get comments in general, okay? And usually, all right, I'll say usually, they are really okay, neutral comments. Like, I'm not gonna say like they are comments from people that I know or would call my brother or whatever, brother or sister or whatever. But their comments will say, "Oh yeah, one love," or "God bless you," or something generic like that. All right, so I do get comments like that usually. So I'm not ignoring the quote unquote positive comments that I'm getting, but there are instances where I've gotten some negative comments that have actually and genuinely like pissed me off to the point where it's like, do you even understand like what you are doing? Do you understand the curses that you're putting upon yourself by bothering to make your presence known, that you are going to stand against the prophets? All right, you're going to stand against the people that are actually going out to do the work. They're actually doing the breakdown, all that stuff. Okay, putting their lives in danger, on the line. Okay, for YAHAWAH. All right, you're actively doing that. Okay, and that just goes to show that this is how you know that people, they do not believe in YAHAWAH, because if they did, they would be able to see the spiritual side of things and how much they fucked up. If you do not have anything nice to say, if you have some sort of critique about how a brother does something, you know what you should do? You should keep your mouth shut, okay? Now, obviously, there are some instances where, it's better to say, okay, hey, there's some technical issues and whatnot, and maybe a brother maybe a brother did not see, or they might have overlooked it. Okay, of course you can say, hey, the audio's messed up, the video is this, that, and third, or whatever, okay, or you didn't put in the stuff that you said you were going to do, or whatever, all that crap, okay? There are certain instances where, it's appropriate to inform them that, hey, that there is an error in regards to X, Y, and Z. But for you, well, what happened in this thing, and I'm going to show you the screenshot, all right? I'm gonna park right now, in a bit. I'm gonna park right now, so I can show you the screenshot, where you have this dude that literally disrespected. He disrespected a brother that was reading, a brother that's going out on the highways and byways and preaching this gospel, that's out here doing his part. Okay. Now, if you know, I believe it's Matthew chapter 10. I think it's Matthew chapter 10. All right, not Matthew 10, Matthew 25, I believe. All right, where Yahawashi speaks on the different servants and the talents. We all have our several abilities. Some of us are good readers. Some of us are not so good readers. Some of us can only read, and some of us can't read as well, or some of us can, break down and teach. Some of us can do something else. It doesn't matter. There are different assignments that the Lord blessed us with, are capabilities or responsibility that the Lord assigned to us through the Spirit, and it is our job to do it. But yet, when we are doing our part, even if we aren't the best, even if we have our impairments, all right, Slucky, that was another thing, okay? Because there was a whole ass video, Slucky, not video. There's a whole ass camp that is doing lessons, and they're deaf. They came in. I think they're deaf. They literally do sign language and stuff like that. All right. They literally do sign language in order to preach the gospel. All right. So that really goes to show just that the Lord has all the bases covered. Okay. There's literally no excuse. You can't say, "Oh, I was deaf. I couldn't hear the word." No, that's not an excuse, because there are brothers that are teaching that are deaf themselves and do sign language. All right. As a matter of fact, funnily enough, I was starting to learn sign language when I was a kid, when I first started school, but then I stopped. But anyway, continuing on, let me get the screenshot, okay? Okay, so this dude said, you see that right there. He basically says, "Get you a new reader. How many decades you read this and you still stumble? Come on, you lose the message on his mispronounced words and stuttering." Okay, so first of all, you have this retard over here that can't even spell properly, that can't even structure his sentences properly, but yet he wants to talk bad about a brother and how he reads. All right, like the thing is, even me, okay, even with me, there are instances where I literally have what's it called? I do not have a 100% accuracy rate when it comes to reading. I always stumble on certain words or certain wordings in how the KJV is structured. Okay, I'm not saying that I don't understand it. I'm not saying that it's that hard. I'm saying that sometimes we can get tripped up on it. But regardless of that fact, that doesn't matter if he was stumbling a little bit or stumbling a lot. The main thing is that he corrected himself to do better. He corrected himself to make sure that he did his part at the end of the day. For you to find an excuse, and that's what I've been seeing. Okay, because that was Slovakia. Now I'm stuttering, but that was one of the big things that I was experiencing through the YouTube comments, where you would have so many people that would complain or say a million things about why I was wrong, or not even for the doctrine that I was pushing out, but why I was wrong for, "Oh, this dude looks like Goku. Oh, why are you just looking like Goku? Why are you just like this? Why are you just like that?" All right, like it's like what does that have to do with anything? They would rather, and Saki, that is a big trait for Jake, but at the same time, it's not even just Jake. It's these dumbass Babylonians in general, where everything is a joke to everyone, rather than actively thinking constructively. All right, so you have people like this dumbass. So let's get this. Okay, let's get these precepts. Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel." Okay, so basically the main thing is over here is that the Lord is gonna make it so that these, when we are delivered, when we are put in our right spot and at the top, all right, the Lord's gonna make it so that none of these devils, none of these freaking disrespectful children are gonna be going around saying all these things to us anymore. All right, the Lord's gonna put an end to that. All that stops right the fuck now. All right. So let's continue on. Mark chapter 9, verse 42, and whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hang about his neck and he were cast into the sea. So it's better that you were to drown, okay, with a rock tied to your neck than to offend the little ones, because as the Lord does not play about you disrespecting the people that believe on YAHAWAH, especially the ones that are diligently and obediently obeying Him. Because that brother that was being disrespected, that brother that the comment was talking about, I always see him, going out there and reading. Okay, even though he's not the best reader, okay, but he gets the job done, and that's the main thing. You getting the job done. But what do? Okay, you're a Hebrew couch alite, all right, where all you're doing is just watching the videos and critiquing, not even learning, all right. So let's continue on. And that was one of the things that just pissed me off, all right, because it's like, why would you be so entitled, so disrespectful when you yourself aren't even doing better? What are you doing? You're just sitting down in the comforts of your own home while that brother's going out there to do the work. John 21 verse 17. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Joseph, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahawashi said unto him, feed my sheep. So we are feeding the Lord's sheep, and that's how we show that we love the Lord. But you're showing the complete opposite. You're showing the complete opposite by disrespecting the Lord and the servants that the servants are diligently respecting and diligently showing their love to YAHAWAH or YAHAWASHI. All right, by talking all the shit, criticizing and saying, this dude can't even read. This, that, and third. Or I don't like the way this person looks. Or I don't like the way this brother speaks. All right. Keep on. This thing keeps on messing up. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 9, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 9, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. Okay, the Lord did not pick us because we are the best readers, the best explainers, we're the nicest, we're the finest dressed. All right, the Lord didn't pick us for those. All right, because He would have picked all those, biblical scholars and whatnot, those devils that have all the money. No, the Lord chose. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can get that. First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 27, but Yahweh hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and Yahweh hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Okay, so the Lord chose us, the lowly of the world. Okay, the college dropouts, I'm not a college dropout, but the high school dropouts. I'm not even that either, but still, you get the point. Okay, the Lord chose just some random niggas, all right, and change them into diligent servants of Yahawadah Because We were once niggas in the world, but now the Lord, got us out of that mindset and out of that lifestyle. All right. Now, Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent. Ooh, this is actually a good one. Let me get this properly. Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore. Another example of, how hard reading can be. But Exodus chapter 4, verse 10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech and of a slow tongue. So even Moses wasn't a good speaker. All right, but what did the Lord say? Verse 11, and the Lord said unto him, who hath made man's mouth, and who had made the dumb or deaf or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. That is very beautiful. Goes to show just how it doesn't matter if you are capable, if you're a great speaker and whatnot, you can rattle the crowd or raise morale and whatnot. The Lord's going to use whoever he's going to use. All right. So with that, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, Yahawashi, Yahawadah, 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 Yahawadah,